Alright everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be sharing with you in a bit more detail my new small striker build. Just before we start, this is the build that I used in this video from yesterday. If you want to see some gameplay with it, then go check that out. I do show this build very briefly at the end of that video, but I did want to make a separate video just to fully explain the build with a bit more depth to it. So let's get into it. First things first, facilities. We pretty much just stick to this setup now just to get us all a load of pace and rapid basic playstyle along with it. And unless they add some new facilities with actual useful playstyle pluses, this is probably how it will stay. Into the actual build now, and this is our height and weight setup. 5'3", the lowest height possible. This is actually quite rare for me to use, as I normally prefer like a minimum 6'2" sort of build on this game. And the weight is 121 pounds. But yeah, there's probably more optimal heights to use in this instance, but this one is 5'3" on purpose. My goal for a small striker was for him to be literally as tiny as possible. And even though I do usually go for taller builds, this will probably return a lot in future videos, as I absolutely loved it. Position then, when you're this small you have to have good pace and good dribbling, so the only real option here is right or left wing. But don't worry, I used it purely in striker when I was using it, and it was phenomenal. Playstyles then, we start with the basics, and it's low shot. Need it at least silver on any striker build I make these days. I just love it. Incisive pass and tiki-taka, it makes passing to your teammates actually doable. Either a quick pass to feet, or feet through a through ball. You can do both for this. Flair, this one is just for fun really. Can switch it to any of the other playstyles you'd like, if there's others that you prefer. I have had a few people tell me that it improves finesse shots, but I won't lie, I don't notice a difference, so maybe true it may not be. If any of you guys know anything about that though, let me know, because if I'm being completely honest, no idea. Next then we have press proven, always nice to have on dribbling builds. And finally, relentless. Need our pace to be at the highest possible for as long as possible. And remember, we do also have rapid from the facilities, so add that in there too. The pluses then, as you'd probably expect at this point, finesse shot plus and quick step plus. Both just unbelievable on this build. The speed boost is actually crazy, and into the skill points. This is a level 120 build, so keep that in mind if you are missing a couple of points here and there. I'd definitely say it's makeable though, with a few sacrifices in there if you are somewhere between 100 and 120. Pace, 99, 99. With our facilities boost, we don't even need to fill out the skill tree either. Absolutely amazing. Shooting, this build def come with 4-star weak foot. It is normally more than enough, especially with finesse shot plus and low driven shot in there too. I actually scored quite a few with my left foot in yesterday's video, so definitely no real point spending another 10 skill points on the 5th star. Finishing, I got up to 91, a leftover point on volleys, and the shot power long shot tree is maxed out, getting us 85 and 82. Probably the only drawback to this build, as a striker anyways, is the shot power isn't the best. Finesse shot does sort of counter that though, as you don't really need shot power. And the other one is in a similar vein, long passing. I didn't even bother putting anything on long passing, as you're only going to get it realistically up to like 77 before you spend a lot of points, so we stick with the base 71. Luckily though, incisive pass and through balls in general are reliant on vision, and we have that at 91. Short passing will bring up to 86, but both the curve and crossing is decent enough for this build by default, and that's obviously curve just for passing anyway. For shooting, max curve anyway with finesse shot plus, so that doesn't really matter at all. Now then, dribbling. We have absolutely every point we can get here, even the 5-star skills for a change. 98 agility, 96 balance, 97 ball control, and 99 dribbling. Just unreal. Nothing defending, so that leaves us with physical, 99 reactions, some decent composure, and a very nice 92 stamina. One of the only problems I have with quick step is that it drains so much stamina, but having this very high stamina combined with the relentless playstyle just counteracts that really well and makes the build that much better. But yeah, that is that for this build. Again, if you haven't seen the video of me using this playing some games with the boys, go check it out. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.